Hello, Ursalings, and welcome back for episode 6 of our Pokémon Platinum Randomized Nuzlocke challenge. Last episode, we made our way over here to Flower Town, and now we're sort of just chilling. So I'm gonna show you the team real quick. Like real quick. Okay, Shaolin, level 14. Infernape with Choice Band. The ability, huge power, so 70 attack in actuality. If that's even a word. Mach Punch, Leer, Ember, and Brick Break. Power. Happiness, level 11, Hoppip. Minus ability, Splash, Synthesis, Tail Whip, and Tackle. Alright. Surge, level 11, Raichu. Electric type. Airlock. Thundershock, Tail Whip, Quick Attack, Thunderbolt. Very nice. Bluebell's level 11 Horsey with Unburden, Bubble, Smokescreen, Icy Wind, and Water Gun. Shrek, the level 11 Drapion, Compound Eyes with Bite, Poison Sting, Leer, and Knockoff. And, Amtrak, the Laron, level 12 with Water Absorb, Rock Smash, Harden, Mud Slap, and Headbutt, and that is it. Alright. Thank you for sitting through that, if you did, and didn't just speed through, but if you sped through because you already knew what all was going down, then that's fine too. Anyway, we're supposed to try and acquire a works key by defeating some scrubs. So we're going to do just that, and hopefully not lose. Floroma Meadow. Enough talking, do as we say. Team Galactic will have no mercy. Whew. My goodness. Okie doke. Nice and lag. Yes. Scribe Antoinette has a Sandshrew. Are you all hearing me? Am I... Here, I've turned up my sensitivity. So don't say anything rude now, because you might hurt my feelings. So we have a Sandshrew on the field. Might know Poison Sting. It probably doesn't know any ground-type moves yet. So we could go into Amtrak. Or we could go into Bluebells. I think Amtrak is our safest bet, though. So I'm gonna go with that. Go ahead and speed a little bit. Okay, then... Mudslap. Go ahead and drop your accuracy, unless you somehow have Keen Eye. And you don't. Alright. I guess Headbutt. Rapid Spin. Very nice, very nice. Sarcasm. Headbutt again. We're just gonna keep headbutting. Till you realize that you never stood a chance in the first place. Okay, please don't miss. Very nice. Cool. So we took out Poison Powder. That might come in handy. I think Splash we want to keep. Maybe? Probably Tackle. Probably Tackle. Yeah. So we're gonna get rid of Tackle. Oh no, I got rid of Splash. Shame. Alright, we defeated Scribe Antoinette. This is why I'm gonna be stuck as a grunt forever. What if instead of, like, saying that they're grunts, they literally just went, like, Like, they literally grunted, like, who am I? I'm a Oh, hello. Grunt. That was a nice little, super freeze right there. Scribe Cammy sent out Manectric. I don't know what is going on, why this is... Are we good? Are we good? Are you sure? 100%. I think Shaolin should be fine to take this on. Tackle, that's fine. If we Brick Break, that should be a one-shot. Yeah, get wrecked. Alrighty. Shaolin, proving yet again that he is super powerful. Coughing. I think Shrek. Shrek hasn't been getting any time in the limelight, so go ahead and send her out. I should have probably named her Fiona, because Shrek and Fiona, but SOCKS, it is what it is. Okie doke. This brat's tough, like really, really tough. Tougher than I can put into words. We're done for here. What? Alright, well, we get the works key. And I think this episode we're gonna see if we can take on, is it Mars? Or I think it's Mars. We don't fight Jupiter till later, probably. Though her name probably will not be Mars. Okay, thanks for the sweet, yes, sweet honey. Slather that honey. Oh, oh. There might be a hidden item up there, but I don't have an item finder, and I don't have this game memorized as I do, like, 1st and 2nd gen. So, that would be a bit tedious searching in the flowers for a super long time. Huh, okay. If you haven't noticed by now, I do always look tired. The bags under my eyes, the lines. I'm like the Hulk. Like, you probably saw the Avengers movie, right? Where he's like, that's my secret, Cap. I'm always angry. But for me, it's like, that's my secret. I'm always tired. Not the greatest superpower anybody could ever have or ever wish for. But, what can you do? You're born with what you get. When people invite you to play friggin' games on Facebook. I never understood the whole craze over, like, what was it? That Farmville or something? Yeah, something like that. Something like that. And Candy Crush. Like, what? Did you know that Candy Crush, like, grosses, or at one point grossed, like, over $500,000 per day? That's ridiculous. For a game that's literally, like, just puzzles. Like, Scribe Pie. Blissey. Oh. Blueballs won't do anything to this, so we're gonna instantly switch to Shrek. Now, if this has, like, what ability could make this overpowered is the question. If it had Wonder Guard, only fighting type moves would be able to hit it, which would be annoying. If it had Solid Rock, I don't know. Yeah, I can't think of anything that would necessarily make a Blissey super strong with an ability from this generation. If you can think of any, go ahead and pop that in the comment section down below. Like, what would be a broken Pokemon in this generation? Pin Missile, do we want this? I mean, it does, I don't think knockoff is going to be super essential, because it's not that powerful in this generation, and held items of faux Pokemon, like the opponent's Pokemon, have like randomized held items, so chances are they're not going to be super, what's the word I'm looking for? Competitive. Yeah, there we go. Scribe Veronica as an Abomasnow. Oh. Pressure. Interesting, interesting. Probably Shaolin. Shaolin Showdown. I'm gonna always say that every single time. Brick Break will one-shot it, because we already know that Shaolin is overpowered as heck. Shaolin is level 15! Okay, okay, okay. Grimer. It's interesting, Grimer actually has a... Like, Grimer and Muck have a higher special defense stat than defense, I'm pretty sure. But then they also get acid armor, which just makes them a pain in the butt to kill overall. Or not kill, but, you know, whatever. You missed your poison gas. You don't have no god, Grimer. Get out of here. Shucks. What to talk about today? Because I have not yet actually started a conversation with you all yet. I like to keep things fresh, keep things new, and talk about things that don't necessarily 100% pertain to Pokemon. So we can get to know each other a little better. Who should we lead with? I guess Bluebles should be fine. I don't know how many other embarrassing stories I have that I can tell, honestly. Biker Scott. It doesn't get any fighting type moves, does it? Please say it doesn't. I'm gonna... Double Swords Dance. Okay. Quick Attack. That dealt way too much for a Quick Attack. That dealt absolutely zero. I probably should be speeding up because this is scary, but I find it a little bit tedious. Rock Smash, please drop defense, please. Or just kill, that's fine too. Okay. I think we're mostly in the clear. Shaolin could have taken care of Biker Scott with ease if we had led with Shaolin, but I don't want to turn this into a solo run. I don't know what I can talk about as far as embarrassing things, but I can go into some educational information stuff regarding Pokemon itself and how it has been a learning tool for me since I was a kid. So, through Pokemon, I have obtained a rather diverse, large vocabulary. I mean, it obviously isn't playing into effect right now. Easier said than implemented. But, like, I've learned several words through Pokemon, like, facade, which is the word spelled F-A-C-A-D-E. It's a TM you get from Norman, your dad, in 3rd generation. And, prior to that move, I hadn't really considered having the C sound like an S, especially not in that context. So I had been calling it facade, but it's actually facade. Also, when I was really young, I pronounced cut, like the move to cut, as cute, because I had never seen a word that, like, I had seen the word cute, but I hadn't seen the word cut before. And, when I saw cut, I was like, is it just cute, but minus the E? Like, this is strange. And so I just pronounced it cute, but then my father told me, no, it's actually cut. So, you learn something new every day, and Looker's just gonna have a look around inside that building. What else? Okay, let's take a break from that, because I don't want to bore you all to death with, oh yeah, I learned stuff. let's talk Pokemon Sun and Moon, why don't we? So, we've seen some interesting trends in the Pokemon development, like as Pokemon has been developed and improved over the generations, then they've stuck to certain trends, like I believe, shoot, I can't think of his name right now. It's like Randy Roo or Andy Roo, or he was at one point in time. I don't want to say Extreme Arcanine, but I don't fully remember. So I could be right, I could be wrong. And we're gonna switch Surge out front so that we can hopefully get our encounter here, since fishing last time didn't really pan out the way we intended. Alright, our encounter for this area is a Banette. Very nice. I actually don't think Banette is like super creepy. I actually really like Banette. Please don't deal too much. Okay, that was fine. Please paralyze. Okay, you... Well, so much for that encounter. I gotta take out my anger on this camper now. Gosh diggity darn it. Okay. Trainer Kimberly has a Makuhita. Okay. I can deal. Unless you have huge power or pure power. That would be... Okay, okay. 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 Vital Throw. You're gone. Get wrecked. But yeah, we've seen some trends with Pokemon, like, as I mentioned, the guy whose name I can't think of for the life of me right now. He actually posted a video very recently, like, by the time this goes up, it will have probably have been about a day ago that he put it up, and he discusses how every odd number generation has almost like its own Pokédex, in that it hardly includes any Pokemon from previous generations in it, and it mostly uses its own. So for example, first generation, obviously, but then second generation was primarily first generation with second generation just sort of thrown in. There were like maybe 100 second generation Pokemon tossed in with the 151 original. Third generation came along and it had like, I want to say maybe around 120 Pokemon, and it mostly used just those Pokemon in its Pokédex. Then fourth generation came along, this generation, and it has like its Pokemon sort of just strewn about, just here and there. And then fifth generation came along, and oh my goodness, there are so many fifth generation Pokemon. And then sixth generation came along, and it was just like, they added what, like between 60 or 80 or 70 or something. So it wasn't that, they didn't add that many Pokemon, honestly. And we're gonna leer this guy because he's probably gonna buy it at some point. There we go. And so, following sort of like that, you're going to unleash your energy. Yes, okay. Sort of following that trend. What's with all the Probopasses? Couldn't we assume, then, that perhaps, in this upcoming generation of Pokemon, that they will have sort of their own Pokédex? I mean, I still sort of predict there will be, Pokemon that we've seen in the past, of course. Like, I'm definitely expecting stuff like Mantike or Mantine, probably, Skrelp, Corsola, Pokemon like that. And maybe we'll see the rise of... No, we don't want this, actually. We'll see the rise of some interesting... what is it, 2nd and 4th generation, some new 2nd and 4th gen Mega Evolutions or something like that. But that's all speculation. Anyway, so we've seen that trend about, like, its whole new Pokédex, but, like, what theme is it going to have, do you think? Because, first generation was all about genetics, right? So, like, you have Mew, which has the genes of every other Pokemon in existence. I think I just said in twice. But, yeah, it has, like, traces of DNA of everything, so, or something like that. So you could arguably state that, Mew, things sort of descended from Mew or something along those lines. And then also, if you delve deeper into the story, it goes into, like, how we try to, replicate Mew, and so I think I'll pass. I think I'll pass. Thank you. Could we... I don't like where this is going. Frickin' muck. Harden. Okay. So either we, like... Because we do have Choice Band and we have huge power, so... It should still deal a lot. Yeah, that's half, and it's not even very effective. Almost gone. Yep. Okay, we're just gonna struggle, apparently. Get wrecked. Critical struggle. And, yeah, genetics. Oh gosh, I keep getting sidetracked, but that was a little bit, scary. We should probably get more potions very soon. Shucks. So it goes into genetics, and it's actually really interesting, because if you think about it, there's more than just Mew and, Mewtwo and Ditto that have to do with genetics. In fact, you can look at, like, everything, almost, in, first generation, and it has, something to do with genetics of some sort. So, for example, well, not all, but a lot. So, like, Coughing evolves into Wheezing, Diglett evolves into Dugtrio. Like, I believe with Coughing turning into Wheezing, that's supposed to sort of, like, indicate genetic mutation, because it sort of just becomes, like, a larger version of itself, but then it has, like, a strange growth, like a second head that starts to grow on it. So you could argue that that is a genetic mutation, therefore it's supposed to symbolize or represent the genetic nature or theme of first generation. And then there are things like Nidoran, male and female, speak of the devils, just kidding, I'm making this up on the spot as I go, and male and female have to do with genetics. This was before male and female was actually implemented into the game in second generation. So it was pretty interesting how they did that. In addition, what else could we say? I don't know if evolutionary stones would have anything to do with it. Perhaps Eevee could shed some light onto it, but for whatever reason, I can't think of a reason why genetics would have anything, or why the stones might have something to do with genetics. But I'm sure you could probably think of something if you really thought about it. Alright, so that's first generation, it's like genetics. You move on to second generation, right? And all of a sudden it's, I want to say it's like mythology and stuff, but I'm not 100% sure, because it like delves into Ho-Oh and like these burnt towers and these legendary dogs that roam the region. So I don't know like anything about Japanese folklore or mythology or mythos or whatever. I really don't like Rampardos. We're gonna go into Shaolin and break this thing, because ain't nobody got time for that. We are faster. Get wrecked, please. Yeah, Shaolin Showdown. I'm gonna say that every time, probably. I'm sorry. Ooh, Fury Swipes. Nah. I'm gonna hold off on like until we get like Flame Wheel or Flare Blitz or whatever to replace Ember, because that physical power though. Yeah, we can keep going with Hoppip. Happiness. So yeah, I'm pretty sure second generation is like Mythos or something related to mythology, probably. Not 100% certain, that's sort of just me spitballing from what I know about the game. And then, third generation comes around and you're all about, what is it, like, maybe like Darwinism or evolution or, ecology, the ecosystem, because it focuses on earth and water, and how like different Pokemon adapted to live in those different places. Like Spheal lives in a shoal cave where it's nice and cool, as well as Snorunt lives in there. And then you have Pokemon that live on the bottom of the ocean, Clamperl, Relicanth. You also have Pokemon that have adapted to live in different areas, like you have Pokemon that literally take on the form of certain things, like Lotad looks like a lily pad, and Seedot looks like an acorn, and that could be some form of adaptation to survive, so it could have to do with adaptability. Probably don't want Tail Whip, so we'll get rid of that for Stun Spore. So yeah, that's my prediction. That's what I think about third gen. Fourth gen, this generation, I don't really know. It sort of seems like it might be back on track with mythos and folklore of sorts. Yeah, of sorts. Who do you think you are? Pachirisu, I swear. Pachirisu. Thank you. We're gonna fight her. Yeah, there's no holding up. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this generation is sort of like Mythos all over. Mythos all over again. And then, fifth generation, I'm not 100% sure. They seem like, I don't know about like the Pokemon theme, but what the Team Plasma wanted to do was they were like, oh, animal rights and stuff like that, kind of. Even though it was sort of like a strange interpretation of animal rights or something along those lines. And in 6th generation, I don't know what the theme necessarily was. They were just trying to like introduce a new typing and trying to make an interesting, fully three-dimensional game where you had more of an ability to free roam and you could actually move diagonally, which was pretty dang baller. And their theme was beauty, from what it seemed. So, given all that we've seen thus far, what do we expect from 7th gen, is my... Why? Why? This could come in handy for us, actually. This could be in our favor. You're gonna howl, okay. Probably knows Ember, which wouldn't be great for us, but at least it's only neutral. And we're gonna drop its accuracy and get the Sandstorm to do damage to it. Double Howl, okay. Might be setting up to like use Bite or something. Alright, we're gonna Rock Smash now. Oh, get wrecked. Rock Wrecker. Yeah, I don't know what to expect from 7th Gen myself, because it's based on an island, or a series of islands, so like it's, from what everyone says, and from our best judgment states, or supposes that it's supposed to take place pretty much in a region that resembles Hawaii. And the only thing I can really think of that could pertain to that is sort of like something sort of along the lines of a 3rd generation related issue, like ecology, the ecosystem. Although it is Sun and Moon, therefore it could have more of an astronomical relation. Repels are useful, yes, true. Very true. You seem to be tired, why don't you rest for a bit? Thanks, fam. Yeah, I don't know. If you have any opinions or thoughts on what to expect from 7th generation in terms of like a theme, then please do share your thoughts in the comments down below. I think we're gonna call it there for now, because we are about 30 minutes in, maybe a little bit over, and I've sort of just been rambling. But next episode, we're gonna make our way through Eterna Forest, probably get ourselves a capture or an encounter here. That's what I wanted to say. I was going to say encounter, but then I mixed it with capture, so it was in capture, and yeah. We'll see how things go from there. If you have any suggestions as to what to talk about, or if you have any questions or comments or concerns, then please feel free to hit me up, as the kids say these days. And I'll do my best to address whatever questions or comments or concerns you may have in a future video, or in the comments, or on Twitter, or wherever you happen to contact me. Alright. Anyway. Thank you all for watching. I always want to bring you all more stuff you enjoy, more content, and more content that you enjoy. That was out of order. And I'm XeanUrsa, I'm ridiculously redundant, and thank you all again for watching. And with that, I'm going to say goodbye.